What's up, fanatics? It is Game Cook Fanatic, or whatever the hell my name is. Anyway, as you guys can probably tell from both the thumbnail and the title and the sneak peek I put on my community tab earlier that like 5 people know of, we are talking about why there's so many eggs in Monster Hunter today. Now, there's not really a whole lot to go off, and you might be thinking, first off, it's like, what do you mean there's so many eggs? Well, there's 2 scenarios here we're talking about eggs. One is stories, which we'll save that for later, but basically in Monster Hunter stories, every single monster lays an egg, and you basically scout monsters or get new monsters on your team by hatching them, and no matter what kind of species, or if the monster's a mammal or not, whatever the hell, it lays an egg. Then our next scenario is like the actual mainline Monster Hunter games, the main series. We're going to talk about how pretty much every monster, even in the main series, lays an egg. It's just like less obvious. Anyway, so I want to talk about the main series first. We'll get right into it. As you can already tell, this video is not structured at all. But I want to talk about it because why the hell are there so many eggs? Like, why is everything laying an egg? And, almost every wyvern lays an egg. Like a Wraithos lays an egg. The Palamutes lay an egg. They're dogs and they lay eggs. They're confirmed laying eggs, according to the Reddit comments that I looked at while researching this video. I looking up do Palamutes lay eggs on the internet doesn't do much for you. Gonna be honest with you guys. So I'm just trusting the Reddit comments because Reddit's never lied to anyone before. So we're trusting the Reddit, and we're assuming Palamutes lay eggs. But at that point, I'm like, okay, everything lays eggs if Palamutes lay eggs, okay? So, if they lay eggs, that means everything lays eggs, like I just said. But then, I'm doing some more research, and on Reddit, they tell me on Reddit that there's in Monster Hunter Encyclopedia number 3, that it specifically says that Barioths give birth to live young. They're the only monster, apparently, that's confirmed giving birth to live young. So then I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and check out this Monster Hunter Encyclopedia 3, because believe it or not, I'm not going to just get all my information off Reddit and just assume that it's right. So I go on Monster Hunter's Encyclopedia 3, I'm like, alright, let's look this shit up. It's completely in Japanese and has not been localized. So, I'm like, I'm just trusting this random guy on Reddit who's speaking English, that he knows Japanese, that he's read Monster Hunter Encyclopedia 3, and for some reason in Monster Hunter Encyclopedia 3, they decided to go into the birth patterns of just the Barioth and no other monster and say it gives birth to live animals. And I'm like, that doesn't make fucking sense. Like, I bet, I don't think they're lying, I bet that is true, but like, do you understand why it's hard to believe that the Barioth might give birth to live monsters? Because my only source of that is a dude on Reddit who speaks English telling me that he knows Japanese and read it in Monster Hunter's Encyclopedia 3, and the only thing talking about birth in Monster Hunter Encyclopedia 3 has to do with the Barioth giving live birth. Why wouldn't it say that about any other monsters? Why wouldn't any of the other Monster Hunter encyclopedias say that about their monsters? It doesn't make sense. So I'm like, that's some bullshit. Who knows if that's true? So then, and then, by the way, Barioth gives live birth, right? But the Wraithos doesn't, and they're both wyverns, both flying wyverns. They both look kind of similar. Like, they're the same like type of, not species, but same like animal category. I don't know. What's a mammal? Like, I'm talking about like there's reptiles, mammals, birds. They're both wyverns. What does that mean? Anyway, I'm mad. I don't know the answer to if anything gives live birth or not. No one knows the answer, I don't think. If I learn Japanese, guys, I will let you know. Or if that book gets localized, we'll find that out. Anyway, now going on to Monster Hunter stories, where everything does lay an egg, confirmed. Why? Why is that how you scout monsters? Why isn't it like you get baby monsters and then like just grow up with them? Why do you take everything's eggs for? It doesn't make sense to me either. I kind of like how dens work. I mean, I imagine that's why they did it. But that also means everything lays an egg, and it's kind of weird. Even Palamutes. So it's like, if everything lays an egg, right? Everything lays an egg. Then do humans also lay eggs? Are mammals even real in Monster Hunter? Right? Like, doesn't that mean a human would lay an egg too? Because you have the bears laying eggs. The whatever the fuck it's called. The bear. The blue bear likes honey. It's laying eggs. That's a mammal, bro. But then, it's laying eggs. You got the monkey, the Rajang, whatever the fuck however you say it, Rajang, angry monkey. It's laying eggs, right? Well, like, it's laying eggs. You got the other monkey with the horn on its head. It's laying eggs, right? So then it's like, do humans also lay eggs? If the monkeys are laying eggs, the humans gotta lay eggs. And it's like, then you think about that, and it's like, does that really make sense? And it's like, no, it doesn't. But also, you know, everything's an egg at some point. So maybe, right? So I guess humans lay eggs, and like maybe they incubate them or some shit, and then new humans pop out. I don't know, bro. The Monster Hunter really hasn't given us a lot of information to go off of here, and it's really getting to me, guys. So my current theory is, you know, that that this is all that every monster for some reason lays eggs, and humans give live birth, or humans also lay eggs. And if we're like if it's a world building, then you have to assume humans also lay eggs, right? But if I asked a Monster Hunter developer, like, hey, do humans lay eggs because everything else lays eggs? I'm like 99% sure they'd say no, humans don't lay eggs. That's fucking stupid. But if we're going off of the world they've built and trying to be lore accurate and trying to be and like realistically think about this, humans almost have to lay eggs. It would not make sense for humans to be the only animal in the Monster Hunter universe to evolve to not lay eggs, especially when monkeys are laying goddamn eggs, you know? So even though I'm 99% sure the developers would say, no, that's the dumbest thing you've ever said to me in my life, humans do not lay eggs. Humans do, in fact, if we're going off world building, do lay eggs in Monster Hunter. And now you're like, Hayden, that's my actual name, guys. I did not mean to say that. Cook. There we go. What? You didn't answer the question, why is there so many eggs in Monster Hunter? And the answer to that question is, I don't fucking know. That was clickbait, I don't know. Because it's convenient. Because it's convenient for Monster Hunter stories. It is like the egg mechanic. There you go. Like, that's it. Like the egg mechanic in Monster Hunter stories. And that's why humans canonically lay eggs in Monster Hunter. You did not see that twist coming. That's all I'm saying.